Today we're going to be seeing how one of the most popular and accommodating core models from Helix, the Helix Midnight, compares to the Tuft and Needle Legacy Hybrid, a mattress that is slowly going out of production but is still pretty comfortable and pretty affordable. Hey guys, I'm JD with the Slumber Yard, and over here we review all things online beds, including these two specific mattresses. We've done a lot of related content on these, and so if you need any more information, check down below in the description box for so much more. But in this video, we are going to be going over the policies that these two beds are backed by. Then we'll delve into the similarities between the two. We'll of course talk about the differences, things like construction, firmness, feel, whatnot. We'll go over pricing towards the end, and at the very end, I'll even try to sum things up with a nice final verdict for you, so stick around. If you enjoyed this video, you get something out of it, we help you out towards your decision between these two today. Click the like button and subscribe for so much more. But now let's see how the Helix Midnight compares to the Tuft and Needle Legacy Hybrid.
At the Slumber Yard, we work real hard to find the right bed for you and save you money on it.
Okay, so in terms of policies, what do you gotta know in terms of the stuff that Helix and Tuft and Needle backs all of their mattresses with? It's pretty similar, but before I get into this stuff, I do wanna clarify that both brands did send us these mattresses for free, so we could test them out over here at the Slumber Yard and review them for you guys. But to start, you should be getting completely free bed-in-a-box shipping with both. This means that the beds will arrive at your door eventually inside of a box that's around like 4 feet tall or so. That's pretty much the standard for online beds these days, and all you gotta do is just drag those boxes into your home, unbox them, rip off all the cardboard and plastic packaging that the beds are encased in, and then you will have a hybrid mattress that will quickly expand before your eyes. Since they both use a little bit of comfort foams above those coil units, you might want to give them at least like a day or so to fully expand before you start like harshly judging the mattresses. It's just the nature of the beast. Because they're going to be tightly compressed for so long, you want to let them air out for a little bit. But once they're in your possession, you have a trial period of 100 full nights, and this is basically your time to see if these beds are going to be right for you with your own sheets, your own bedroom setup. And if they're not for whatever reason within that trial period time frame, you can get completely free returns with both. But hopefully you do enjoy these mattresses and you want to keep them for the foreseeable future. And if that's the case, they are both backed by 10-year warranties, which is pretty much the standard for online beds. Now that warranty might be a little bit different for the Legacy Hybrid since that particular bed is no longer in production, but you should have some nice policies with both of these options, and we'll try to link more information on them down below in the description box for you. But now let's get into this comparison, talk about some similarities between these two. And the main one has to do with construction. These are both hybrid beds, as I've mentioned, which means that they use a combination of coils on the bottom for support and various comfort elements above for, their cushion. And this factor makes them able to withstand and handle all body types, including much heavier people. If you didn't know already, pocketed coils are basically individually siloed springs that are encased in fabric, and they go a long way in providing beds with superior motion isolation benefits, airflow advantages, but the main thing is that they just provide a lot of support for bigger people. So no matter if you're small, average sized, or much heavier, you should be able to get by on both of these options just fine. Now, above those coils is where you're going to start to see a little bit of a difference between these two beds in terms of construction. The Tuft and Needle Legacy Hybrid uses a transitional foam and then a layer of micro coils just below their main comfort layer, which is their special T and N adaptive foam. And this design kind of gives it more of a mixed foam feel that's still pretty comfortable, but to us, it almost kind of gives you a little bit of a memory foam sink-in sensation because of those micro coils, but it's really slight. It's not going to be overwhelmingly memory foamy for you at all. It should be pretty accommodating. The Legacy Hybrid should just provide a nice slight memory foam feel that's balanced out nicely by the more responsive nature of the coils below and their T&N adaptive foam on top. Now the Midnight mattress above those coils uses a responsive transitional foam, and then they use a memory foam on top, but since it is a much more responsive style of memory foam, it almost features more of a neutral hybrid feel. And that memory foam just adds up to give you a slight pressure relief advantage that is also really responsive and accommodating. If you're a much heavier individual, you could sink into the Midnight a lot more than the average sized person and find a little bit more of those memory foam qualities within that top layer. But to an average sized person, I think you're going to perceive this bed to be pretty much neutral across the board. Now, one main similarity between these two comes down to firmness. They're both at right around a medium on our scale, so they should work out just fine for all sleeper types. Back, side, stomach, and combination sleepers should be pretty much set either way. But firmness is a really subjective thing that mainly comes down to how much you weigh, or it really could just depend on the way you internally feel beds. So if you want to check out a different firmness from either brand, brand, they got some options for you. Tuft & Needle has their original mattress. It's one of the tried and true staples of the online space. We love that bed over here at the Slumber Yard. They also have their Tuft & Needle Mint, which is the more enhanced version of the original, more intended to suit the pressure relieving needs of side sleepers. And they also have a hybrid version of that bed nowadays. We'll try to link them all down below in the description box.
And they got that new Tuft & Needle bed. It's a bed made of needles, JD. Have you tried it yet?
That's not true. I have not tried that.
Would you like to?
No, not at all. Sounds awful. A needle bed? No. Oh, God.
It's just a bunch of needles. You can't even tell they're there.
Oh, you could tell. You can tell.
How do you know? You haven't tried it
I don't know. Yeah. In terms of Helix Sleep, they offer too many beds to count nowadays that all vary across the entire firmness spectrum, but the cool thing about that brand is that you can take their online sleep quiz to help pinpoint the right one for you, and it makes the whole bed finding process a lot more easy and efficient, so we'll have a link down below in the description box if you want to check it out for yourself. But now let's cover the big ticket item pricing, how much you're going to be shelling out for the Legacy Hybrid from Tuft & Needle and the Midnight Core model from Helix. And right up top here, I want to preface this section by saying that mattress pricing within the online space changes often. We'll look one week and it's completely different from what we just saw, the last one. So check in the description box to see what is most current and up to date in terms of pricing. But as of when I'm recording this video, a Helix Midnight Core model usually retails for a little over the $1,300 mark for a queen size. But right now, after discount, you can expect to pay right around $1,000 flat for that queen, which is a great deal for a bed like this. Now, the Tuft & Needle Legacy Hybrid used to be a lot more expensive back in the day when it was just the Tuft & Needle Hybrid mattress, but since it's no longer in production and these models are running out, you can actually pick one up for a pretty reasonable price point. As of when I'm recording this video, you can expect to pay just shy of the $1,200 mark, which is a great value for a bed like this as well, especially when you consider the level of quality that goes into this particular bed. And check the description box for any sorts of savings we can currently find for you. And if you do decide to use the discounts in our descriptions, it goes a long way in supporting our channel over here at the Slumber Yard, and we really appreciate that from you guys. But that's pretty much going to sum it up for this direct comparison between the Helix Midnight Bed and the Tuft & Needle Legacy Hybrid. I know that was a doozy, but let's give you a short and sweet final verdict. Keep in mind, this is just what we think and everybody's got an opinion, but look into the Legacy Hybrid from Tuft & Needle if you want a supportive hybrid bed with more of a mixed foam feel that's right around a medium, and then check out that Helix Midnight if you also want a hybrid bed that's around a medium, but you're looking for more of a neutral feeling bed overall that should be a little bit more affordable for you after discount in a queen size. But again, that's just what we think. What do you guys think? Do you like these beds? Would you try one of them out for yourself? Write us down below in the comments. We would love to know your thoughts. If you need any more information regarding these two options, check the description. We should have our full written reviews of them, other comparisons, buyer guides with them on it, and of course, those discounts to help save you the most amount of money possible. If you enjoyed this video, click the thumbs up button. We really appreciate you guys doing that, and consider subscribing to the channel because, in the world of online beds, if there's a new one, you can be sure that we're going to be one of the first channels out there to review it and tell you guys all about it, and we want to help you guys out at the end of the day. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm JD with the Slumber Yard. Like always, sleep right, sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.
I can't wait for the review of the Tuft & Needle bed.
It's never going to happen.
It's made of 1,000,000 needles.
I would hate that.
You're gonna sleep on it.
You won't. It's okay. Bye, everybody. Oh, God. I hate that bed. Get it out of my sight.
You never even tried it.